Good morning, traders. Matt Weller here, Global Head of Research with FOREX.com. Today is Tuesday. It's the 28th of July, 2026. We're on the eve of the Federal Reserve interest rate decision, and we have new developments out of the Middle East, so there's lots to discuss in today's video. Let's get right into it. Broadly speaking, markets are consolidating, I would say, maybe with some cautious optimism. The two storylines driving markets today are the ongoing US-Iran pause on strikes. There was recently a proposal from Oman on a shared joint interest in the Strait of Hormuz. No response yet from Iran. It seems something that they wouldn't necessarily be in favor of, but markets are clinging to any sort of signs that that key strait will reopen. The other key news from overnight is the ongoing rout in semiconductor stocks, especially in South Korea, where the benchmark index fell 11% overnight, a fairly ominous sign ahead of four of the Magnificent Seven companies reporting earnings later on this week. The only news to watch for during today's U.S. session is a meeting between President Trump and Netanyahu. Any comments there on Iran could be closely scrutinized. But the main focus of today's video will be looking ahead toward tomorrow's FOMC interest rate decision, which features more ambiguity about the interest rate decision than perhaps we've seen in months. If we just look at economists, they are unanimous. 104 out of 104 economists polled by Reuters suggested the Fed would leave interest rates unchanged. However, as we'll see momentarily, markets are a little bit more skeptical and think there's at least a reasonable chance that the Federal Reserve could act to raise interest rates. A lot of this stemming from new Chairman Kevin Warsh's policy of less communication, something that is leaving the market with more questions than answers heading into this meeting. Broadly speaking, though, it's likely that we'll see an interest rate hike either at this meeting or next meeting. Markets are fully discounting an interest rate increase by the month of September. Looking at the market implied odds for this Federal Reserve meeting, you can see here that traders and economists are expecting about a 1 in 3 chance that the Fed could raise interest rates to the 3.75 to 4.00% range. So there is some ambiguity. This could be a live meeting, but I will note, this coming from Bank of America, that it's been since 1994 the last time the Fed surprised markets by raising interest rates when it wasn't at least 60% discounted. So that, for me at least, has me thinking the Federal Reserve will be on hold, leave the door open for an interest rate hike in September, though of course we wouldn't be shocked either way. Today's chart of the day is the Nasdaq 100, one I've been featuring a couple times in the past couple of weeks here. We can see the clear breakdown from the symmetrical triangle pattern. And what I've done here is I've plotted a vertical line at the last Federal Reserve meeting, which was new Chairman Kevin Warsh's first at the head of the central bank. And you can see that's roughly where the Nasdaq 100 topped out. So he came off as more hawkish than expected in that meeting, or perhaps less dovish than expected given his nomination from President Trump. Nonetheless, here, if he comes out hawkish again, that could continue to weigh on technology stocks. The key level to watch right now is around 27,750. That's the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of the rally that we saw through Q2 of this year. If that level gives way, the next support is down below 27,000, and then below there you can see the other Fibonacci retracements. Meanwhile, a more dovish than anticipated announcement could lead to a bounce off of this support level. The next area to watch to the top side is 28,250. Lots to play for here in the Nasdaq 100, and that's before we get into the major earnings reports that we're expecting Wednesday and Thursday, the ongoing rout in semiconductor stocks, and the end-of-month rebalancing that could lead to even more volatility. This will be a very important chart to watch as we move through the rest of the week. That is today's video. Thank you for carving a couple minutes out of your day to watch. If I could ask just one quick favor before you go, please do drop a like on this video. It's a great free way to show your support that helps us with the algorithms. And if you're not already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel at FOREX.com for more videos like this. Thank you and best of luck with your trading today.